everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so happy to be here today to share a thought that I have with you. My name is Ayo Lawrence. I'm the queen of premium family life, addictions, and mental health practice. And I'm also known as Yeye Ataye Tunleshe. And I'm so glad to be here today to share what has been on my mind for some time. I thought of doing a live on Sunday, but I said, you know what, let me get into the week and then I'll settle in to share what I have with you. And it's about what we call therapy, or what we all know as therapy. Or some of us know as therapy. What is therapy? What is it all about? I was at an event over the weekend and I posed the question about what the people think therapy is. It's with a group of young people, and a lot of them thought that therapy is for people that have mental health disorders. And I was like, oh, wow, what a misunderstanding. And that's why a lot of people choose not to show up, for therapy. And today have chosen, to look at what therapy is, how it works, and why it matters. So these are the three things that we'll be looking at today. So what is therapy? Therapy is also what we call counseling. It's what we call, psychotherapy, talk therapy, and it's a safe, confidential space where a trained professional helps someone to explore his or her thoughts, emotions, and even behaviors. So it's not just about you talking or venting, it's usually a structured process that leads to insight, emotional regulation, behavioral change, and healing at the end of the day. And therapy helps us to be able to discover the why behind our emotional patterns and safely unpacking the pain, trauma, grief, and even confusion. Then also it helps to be able to develop coping skills and emotional resilience. It helps to rewrite internal narratives, build healthier relationships, and self-esteem. So that is what therapy helps us as individuals to do. We have different kinds of therapy. We have what we call CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. It helps you to be able to change unhelpful thoughts and behaviors. Then we have person-centered therapy that, you know, helps you to be able to it helps the therapist to be able to lead the process and provide empathy and support to the client. So the therapist is supporting, the clients. Then we have trauma-informed therapy. This helps the clients to heal from emotional and psychological wounds that comes from painful or traumatic experiences that he or she might have had. Then we have couples of family therapy as well, that focuses on relationship or relational dynamics, communication, conflict resolution, creating boundaries in relationship, and healing within the relationship or family system as a whole. Then we have psychodynamic therapy that helps to explore the subconscious use of emotional reactions and past. So these are the various forms of therapy that we have. So you ask what happens in that session, what goes on. If you're not saying that, oh, it's for people who are, mad as it were, because that was the impression that the people I was speaking with on Saturday had, So what happens in this session? The session may include guided conversations. You have been asked reflective questions. We are helping you to process your emotions. In the process, you may be asked to engage even in mindful exercises, you're building different kinds of skills around communication, around emotional regulation, around coping strategies. Then we also engage in journaling, thought awareness exercises are engaged during therapy sessions. Then you can also help in reviewing life experiences and what are the things that trigger our clients. So these are the things that we explore. Then we also get them to identify patterns, beliefs, or behaviors that are supporting them. So these are the things that occur in therapy that we ought to be familiar with. And who are the people that can benefit from therapies? Any of the therapies that I've mentioned earlier. People who are stressed, people who are anxious, people who have anger challenges, who are emotionally overwhelmed, low self-esteem, who are struggling with their identities, people who have challenges in their relationship, who have experienced grief or loss, people who need to go through trauma recovery, people who feel lonely, people who are experiencing burnouts in their businesses, in their career, people who need to discover who they are. So like I said, it's not just about people who have mental health disorder. So people who need to discover themselves, who are at a crossroad, who are at a loss as regards who they are and what exactly they should be engaging in. People who want to even build a healthier relationship with our world. So these are the people. So that means anybody, can engage therapy. So you might ask me, how do I know that I need therapy? How? What are the things that will show up on my radar to let me know that I need therapy? The first thing, just a minute, let me wipe my sorry. Okay, so the first thing are the people who are feeling emotionally stuck in life, emotionally stuck. Generally, they are the people that might need therapy. People who continuously repeat unhealthy patterns, people who continuously do the same thing that is not delivering unto them the kind of life they desire. So people who feel drained, people who feel numb about life and all that is going on, people who are yet to resolve the hurt that they've experienced, people who are bitter as well, people who find it very difficult to express the emotions they are feeling. It's very important that they explore therapy. People who find it very difficult to trust and to connect with other people, such individuals are advised to get into therapy. People who engage in negative self-talk, so on the inside they're constantly speaking to themselves negatively, these people need to explore therapy. People who also feel overwhelmed by life, by responsibilities, what other people will see, and this is normal, this is what you should be doing, they need to be able to explore therapy. People who can't shake off sadness, they are constantly sad, constantly anxious, constantly, in that space of depression, they should, explore therapy. And I'll just like to wrap up by saying that it's important to front whatever it is that is not serving you, whatever it is, or whichever space you may find yourself in, and you know that you are not happy with it. It's important you're able to confront it. And therapy is an avenue for you to be able to do this. You deserve to live your best life. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be glad. You deserve to laugh. You deserve to love. You deserve to thrive. You deserve to bloom. So if you find yourself in that space wherein you're unable to experience or to express all these beautiful emotions, then it's time for you to get into therapy. I've had to, get into therapy several times. I'm a therapist and I also have my therapist because I've come to realize that we need one another, to be the best version of ourselves. There's this thing we say, Ubuntu. I am because you are, or you are because I am. Yes, I am because you are. So it's important that we take care of ourselves. We engage therapy whenever there is a need to do that, so that we can be the best version of ourselves and be the best that God has created us to be. Thank you very much. Until I come your way again with another Instagram Live, take care of yourself and God bless.